and welcome to World News America. I'm Katrina Perry. Well, we begin with some breaking news in Donald Trump's defamation case. A New York jury has found the former president liable for defamation of the writer E Jean Carroll. The jury has ordered Donald Trump to pay Ms. Carroll $18.3 million in compensatory damages and $65 million in punitive damages. That's a total of $83.3 million that the former US president must pay. Donald Trump has just issued a statement calling the verdict, and I quote, absolutely ridiculous. He said, I fully disagree with both verdicts and will be appealing this whole Biden-directed witch hunt, he said, focused on me and the Republican Party. He continued, our legal system is out of control and being used as a political weapon. They've taken away all First Amendment rights. This is not America, Mr. Trump added. Donald Trump was found civilly liable last year of sexually abusing Ms. Carroll in a New York department store back in the 1990s and then defaming her after she wrote about it. Well, for more on this, let's go live now to our correspondent, Neda Tawfik, who is in New York. Neda, what can you tell us about what has just happened in court?
Yeah, well, Katrina, Donald Trump was not there when the verdict was read. E Jean Carroll was holding the hands of her lawyers as it was read out, and it was certainly a victory for her. Remember, in the first defamation trial in May, she was awarded $5 million. This, far more. $83.3 million, as you said, but the key piece being that $65 million in what is called punitive damages. Now, that's the amount that the jury found was necessary to try to convince Donald Trump, or at least to make him think twice about defaming E Jean Carroll again by making those public statements we've heard throughout this trial, and really since the start of her allegations were made public, that he denies wrongdoing, that she's a liar, this is a hoax, that she just did this to sell her new memoir. But as you read there, we've already had a statement from Donald Trump, again making very similar statements that has already landed him significant damages for defamation. But nevertheless, for E Jean Carroll, this is certainly a win for her today after putting on this second defamation trial.
Neda, we know the former president prides himself in being a very wealthy individual. Do we know, has he the capacity to pay this? When does he have to pay it by?
Yeah, well, Katrina, we know that Donald Trump is likely to appeal this decision. He appealed the last one. He has said as much. What happens, though, in these types of cases is in order to appeal, he will have to put that money up front in a bond. He's already done that in the past case as well. And the legal bills, the amount of damages are certainly piling up for Donald Trump, who even E Jean Carroll's lawyer, Roberta Kaplan, said was a billionaire. She used that to say that the jury should really push him to pay a hefty fine to get him to stop. But what does that mean for Donald Trump? He may be a billionaire, but how liquid is he? Will this force him to have to sell assets? How will this affect him? We will certainly be finding that out in the coming days, and that's not even to mention another civil fraud trial where he is looking at more than $300 million in damages there. So the bills are starting to add up for Donald Trump, but as we see, he remains defiant, and he has really put his legal concerns on the back burner as he campaigns to be the Republican nominee for president.
Neda Tawfik, thanks for that. And Donald Trump has said he will appeal the ruling from that jury, that award from that jury.